Let's change the mood for a look at the acoustic side of Steve Howe in the solo guitar masterpiece, The Clap. For a piece as lengthy, sectional, and multi-textured as this, a good working method is to devise a woodshed approach. What I mean specifically is isolate particular logical phrases into sections for detailed practice. The task of assembling these study phrases into a complete piece will lie with the player interested in mastering this entire work. Let's begin by tuning to concert pitch. Here's your first string or high E. Second string. Third string. Fourth string. Fifth string. And sixth string or low E. As a demonstration of our woodshed plan of study, let's play the first phrase slowly, then speed it up to a good practice goal in tempo. Use this procedure for all the rest of the phrases. Now here's the next section. Within this piece, there are four basic ideas or ways of attacking it. First of all, we have finger plucking and picking. Second, alternating bass note. Third, strumming. And fourth, single note runs a la country or bluegrass. Obviously, in our first phrase, we use plucking and picking. When we move to the F-sharp 7 chord, you'll notice the alternating bass technique, as well as through the B minor, A7, G sections. Now, in our next section, we'll have alternating picking with bends added. The next phrase features a classical type of arpeggiating using more finger picking than plucking. Here what you'll do is you'll alternate between the fretted note C with the open string G. And the turnaround section based on A7 features a pull-off run. Now go to the top and repeat the entire section till the D7 chord. On the second time, the D7 chord is elongated and uses a different type of voicing. These are called cluster voicings, and they're arranged in four forms up the first, second, and third strings. Also use the D pedal bass note, the open D string, as a way of holding down the tonality. The next section ties more alternating bass and a tricky syncopation into a single string run. The next phrase exploits folk strumming, which hints at the beginning of a strumming texture and the rhythm of the middle section of the piece. Our next section features a development of the theme through a cycle of fourths. The next phrase again recalls the Atkins country alternating bass style. Use a slight muting on the bass line here. The next section is a country bluegrass single note run over a D7 chord. Notice the amount of sequence use in this pattern. The next measures really exploit that folk strumming texture hinted at earlier. Here we have a G7 chord, a D7 chord, back and forth, finally resolving to an A7 chord, which becomes a theme. The entire next section is built on very simple open chords. 2 are fretted notes and 2 strings are open. Here we have 6 basically moving up the 2nd and 4th strings. Start with an A7 chord fingered and then move it up the diatonic scale, like so. You can get a lot of mileage out of these very simple shapes, and this is probably what he was thinking about when he constructed this section. The next phrase elaborates. Followed by a phrase which takes it even higher. We now have several imitative phrases all based on these moving sixths. At this point, the simpler 4-note texture is developed into a fuller open chord sound using 5-note chords. Finally resolving to a strong cadence preceded by a 6-note E7 chord. The normally expected resolution of E7 to some sort of A chord is thwarted by this deceptive cadence to a G7, oddly enough, F in the bass. Here a ragtime alternating bass idea is recalled. Again, that Atkins country-style alternating bass technique is used for these measures. The next section features single-note runs interpolated with chords. These chords are slid into from a half step below. We now enter into the recap section. Here the first theme is recalled, and on the second statement it's modulated a whole step up to E. In the last 2 episodes before the cadence, we again focus on a Chet Atkins style alternating bass movement. Here the chords are E7, F-sharp 7, and A7. Notice the walking tenths used cadentially in between. This is answered by the next episode. final cadence consists of a bluegrass country run ending on E, leading to a final humorous dissonant sequence of open strings plus fretted notes.